stuff, right? But it's quite interesting because I was getting ready to ask you the next question here. At this stage in your career, free or paid advertising?
What would I prefer, free or paid advertising? For myself,
prefer, and you would advise a new entrepreneur coming on the scene, assuming they have the resources.
Well, it depends on what they're doing, okay? And it depends on who they are. I would actually, truthfully, for almost all of the population, say that they should never plan on any long-term strategy that is not based on content, ever. And the reason is because I have watched over the years almost everybody that I know that only focuses on paid content go broke. And there's a lot of reasons for that. The core reason for it is because paid content always has a tendency of getting more complex and more expensive and more skilled and more branded. And so if you're not building a brand, which you can only do by providing value and giving content, then paid stuff won't continue to work for you, and eventually it'll get kicked off of search networks. Now, I'm doing paid stuff now, and actually this is the first time I've really paid a lot of attention to it because it works so well with content now. But like we used to get kicked off of everywhere for doing paid strategies, and the reason is because when most people think about paid strategies, what they're thinking about is they're thinking about, you know, solo ads and sending people straight to capture pages and sales videos. Well, the problem with that, especially if somebody's doing like BizOp, which is I've been around a lot of BizOp people, but I was never really around the good paid people until I started Empower Network in 2011. Right. But like what they do is they want to just get everybody to just say, hey, if you buy this many clicks, you're going to get this much money. And it's like an internet fucking slot machine, dude. And it's like, no, you won't make money from buying those clicks. This is not a guaranteed gambling slot machine where you can put a quarter in, pull a lever, and get out 2 quarters. It doesn't work like this. And so what happens is in BizOp, people, you know, they all start promoting an offer, it converts, they start talking about how well it converts and how it's going to be the biggest thing ever because it finally converts. But it converts because it's new. Yeah. And so once it's not new and the whole BizOp space has heard about it 800 times, it no longer converts.
It's over.
And then all the people that survive are people that are skilled, but they keep spending more and more money to get less and less results.
So they go broke.
It doesn't do that as content. Huh?
So they eventually go broke, pretty much.
Well, they eventually start spending more than they're making, and it looks like they're making money, but they're not. Yeah. And I'll give you an example of this. I'm not going to mention the name, but it's somebody actually I think you know. Right. And, you know, about a year ago, this person was really frustrated. I couldn't figure out why they were frustrated. And I was like, what's the deal? And I just kept watching them get angry and blow up. And then I hit him up and I was like, dude, let's talk. And I get on the phone with the student. I'm like, what's going on, man? And he's like, nah. And he was so stressed out. And I was like, dude, you're making like 15 grand a month. You never have made this much money in your life. I was like, yes, you used to make more, but you're making 15 grand a month. It's not like you're making no money. What's the deal, right? I was trying to I couldn't figure out what the problem was. And he kept talking. And then I was like, wait a second, wait. Dude, how much money are you spending on traffic? And he was spending like 12 grand a month on traffic. So he's saying he's making 15 grand a month, but he's spending 12. And I'm like, why are you doing that? You do not need to do that, right? And I was like, you've been around me for years and I've told you this is silly. But see, what he's wanting is he wants a guaranteed internet slot machine, which the only thing that's going to work like that are the new thing. And in order to do it, you're going to constantly be having to spend more money than you're making to join the new expensive thing. Yeah. That then just stops working 3 months later anyway. It's not a good long-term strategy. And so I was like, man, right? But like now, like for paid stuff, like so, take for example content, right? Yep. So now you can put this is a great way of doing paid stuff, right? You have this podcast. You send people to a link. They get a bonus where maybe they get a PDF of the podcast, maybe you get a transcription and you give them a PDF or maybe you give them a video or then you give them some sort of an offer. But then what you do is when they go to the link, you put a retargeting pixel, right? Yep. And so if they see this episode, whatever number it is, right, with Dave Wood, and they go and they see the blog post, you put a retargeting pixel, and then on Facebook it says, have you downloaded your Dave Wood bonuses? And it's completely congruent to what they just saw. Yep. And it's so cheap to advertise and get such high click-through rates. It's ridiculous. That's great paid ads.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah. So it's all about context. It's not necessarily a fight between free and paid advertising. It's essentially to think it through, starting from the marketing budget thing that you just talked about. A lot of people don't really think about that, or maybe they were not trained properly on how to manage budgets in business, right? A lot of people obviously make a lot of the income claims, but they never talk about how much they're spending to get that kind of income claim. And business is never gambling. It's never gambling.
Hey, my friend, did you like that video? I just need help from you. I just need help from you. Can you help me? It's just one click. Just click on that subscribe button right now. It should be under this video if you're on a mobile phone, or it should be towards your left if you're on a computer. Just click on the subscribe. It's just one click. Can you do me that favor? Actually, you will get notified every single time I release a valuable video like this. I will see you on the next one, and peace.